couldn't take punishment and had to settle down. Now I'm playing it real straight, and guess I cut my hair. You might think I'm crazy, but I don't even care, 'cause I can tell what's going on. It's hip to be square.
And good morning. Welcome back. It is the WXCO Morning Report, part of Mornings with Pat Kreitlow here on 98.9 WXCO, online at WXCO.FM, mobile devices and Alexa by searching WXCO, and on the Civic Media app. It is another very pleasant start here in north central Wisconsin, live from our downtown studios at the corner of Washington Street and North 3rd Street. The time is 8:23. The temperature is 58 degrees under partly sunny skies. Again, going through an incredible wave of weather. And again, I just think that it's just been very unusual. And again, it's becoming a new normal. We are not seeing the same kind of falls we used to see. And folks can put their head in the ground if they want to, but there's something going on out here. And we have to think about a lot of these things as we move into the future. But
absolutely.
It's going to cool off eventually. But we should have a contest or something. Like, when will the first snow be? That the first snowfall where it sticks.
A lot of people, I do like to predict that.
It's getting later and later these years. Because I remember when I was younger, it would always, my birthday's December 2nd. It would always be a lot of snow on the ground then. And then it's turned into where it's rarely got snow on the ground on December 2nd. So
last year we didn't have much snow on the ground, and very much at all.
No.
Nope. It would snow for like a couple of days, and then it would just melt away. And it was pretty, didn't have a lot of snow. Although we should make a contest out of it. I will give it a prediction here. I will say the first snowfall will be December 5th.
Okay. We're talking about this with accumulating snow.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's actually a pretty good guess.
December 5th.
I think it's going to be earlier, because we still have, from time to time, with our wildly varying weather.
Indeed.
Where you have a snowfall and then you'll have a hot streak where it'll go away quickly. So I do think that by November 15th, we'll have an accumulating snowfall, but I predict as well it will go away because it'll warm up again. Because we have such varying weather. So we'll see. And
we'll keep that in mind.
And for folks here in central Wisconsin, obviously, it's a case where we have Granite Peak. People love to be able to go skiing and snowboarding and sledding and cross-country skiing. And we've had years in snowmobile trails. How many times in recent years have the snowmobile trails not opened very often because we just don't have snow? And when you see temperatures around 80 degrees here in early October, it just makes you think, man, what is it going to be one of those years again? And that hurts folks. It hurts the folks that sell snowmobiles. It hurts the folks that deal in outdoor activities. So
you have to have a certain amount of snow in order for the trails to be open. Otherwise, those snowmobiles are not going to travel very far.
So it's part of the gig for our elected officials to say, what's going on here? Let's not wait until the last moment to say, hey, we have an issue, and that perhaps some sort of policy will be needed in order to save our environment along those lines and the such. So again, it's like everything kind of connects here. And I found it interesting yesterday listening, and I actually re-listened because all of our programs, whether it's this show or Pat's show or Todd's show or anybody else, is a part of a podcast. And I went back yesterday. I was listening to Pat's segments with Fred Clark, who is the new candidate for the 7th Congressional District in Wisconsin that we are part of here in Marathon County. And I found it very interesting. And I think he came across really well. He's a man that I think thinks about a lot of these issues. And I'm curious, and I hope to have him on this program and be able to talk to him sometime soon as well. But I just find that these discussions, and as we get into election season, and being October of 2025, 2026 will be here very, very soon, and election season will be here.
Yeah.
It's important to talk about issues instead of talking about horse races and talking about generalities, and vibes and personality,
theatricality.
Yeah, and there's that's something you know about. You'll call us out when you see that theatricality, right? Because you know what it is. That's where you could be on stage and you can
The
have
real
all
gift
that.
of an actor is to know the difference between a good acting and a bad acting, and after you, and you watch people's behavior and the way they talk and certain emotions and the way they tell stories. If you're an actor, you have a pretty good intuition about what's real and what's dramatized.
You're exactly right. And that's one thing in that interview yesterday.
It's like we're watching a soap opera, and it's all the bad stuff is happening, and it's very
Yeah, and that's one thing that came across to me, that Fred Clark came across as authentic to me. And I do think that's important, because I was talking to Nancy off the air, and one thing that a candidate has to be able to do is connect with their voters. And more than just even issues, more than a lot of other aspects, you can be connected on the issues, but if you don't connect with a voter, then it's difficult. And I think that Fred Clark had, at least that was an initial impression, and there's going to be a lot of time to get further impressions as the campaign goes as well. We need to do our number for the day quiz. You have to get it right today.
The pressure's really on. It is.
And District 7, we've mentioned Fred Clark, new candidate. What percentage of the vote did the Democratic candidate get against Tom Tiffany in the last election in 2024? So Tom Tiffany won, of course. What percentage of the vote did Kyle Kilborn get in that election?
Okay.
Was it 32.4%? Was it 36.4%? Was it 40.4%? So 32, 36, or 40.4%?
I'm going to say 32. 32 final answer.
36.4%.
Man, that was my gut feeling too. I didn't
you normally go with the middle. I thought you gotta go with the middle. Well, you better get it right tomorrow.
I certainly hope so.
Hey, have a great rest of your day, Ian.
You too, Chad. Happy Thursday, everybody.
We'll be back tomorrow, but more Pat Kreitlow next on 98.9 WXCO.